On my land, you are nothing. On my land, you are nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, look who we have on the show this evening, Johnny. It is a pleasure and honor, mate. How are you? Thanks for coming
Oh,
on.
thank you. I'm fantastic. Wait, is this live? No.
No, we're not live, but it'll
Oh,
be edited, so you're
oh.
all right.
It sounds like, wait a minute, isn't it like 10 o'clock in the morning there? That's, that's like it's evening here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Where in Australia are you?
I'm in Melbourne. Have you
Oh,
been
no.
here before?
I've been to oh my God, Byron.
Sydney?
No, I haven't been to Sydney. I had a great friend that for years lived in Sydney, and I never got a chance to visit him.
Brisbane,
And
Perth, Adelaide.
no, yeah, I haven't been to Perth. I've been to Byron. I've
Ah,
been
okay.
to, which I love. I've been, yeah, the Gold Coast. I've been to Hamilton Island,
Oh,
uh,
nice. Yeah.
Straddie, right?
What for? What were these for? Were these work? Was this vacation?
No, fun. I was visiting
Okay.
a friend, and
Yeah.
he showed me an amazing time around Byron, so much so that I had to go a second time. And so
Oh,
yeah.
so you're getting up to mischief, is what you say.
Fun, fun, fun. Living
Um,
life, living life.
that's it, man.
Yeah.
Pleasure to have you on, man. So you got a few tracks behind you. What's one you're putting on a 7 p.m. relaxing night? What's a song you turn to usually?
Oh, I used to own a jazz club in New York City, so if it's like I'm chilling out, it might be some Dinah Washington or, I love Dinah Washington. So, yeah, make myself a cocktail, chill out with some Dinah Washington, cook some dinner.
Yeah, I feel like there's not many jazz bars well, especially in Australia. I don't know what it's like over there.
Yeah, there's not much. There's a couple of out here in LA. There's a couple of spots that'll do some jazz nights. Actually, funny enough, me, Riccardo, Alberto, and Christian were like, "Oh, we're gonna go to the jazz night at this one spot." We're like, "Yeah, we're gonna do it," and we still haven't done it. So
Yeah.
yeah, we have to get our shit together and then do it.
Did I see you and Riccardo playing the game, or who was it with?
Yeah, so on launch day, him, me, and Christian
Christian.
were playing it because unfortunately Alberto was in Italy, I think, at the
Yeah.
time. So, and we were all like, "Oh, we're gonna play it together the day it comes out." So yeah, it was just the three of us. Yeah.
How did you find it? What did you think of your performance? Happy in the end?
Yeah, I'm super happy with the game. I think the game's awesome. I really haven't been a gamer in a really long time, and like as far as like I remember like when GTA came out, and a friend like had I don't even know what system he had, and we were playing it, and but it was like the first GTA. It was like crazy and fun, and but really I don't really play video games. So now,
Yeah.
now I have a PS5. I'm looking at it over there. I bought it specifically because I was like, all right, well, I guess I have to learn to, all these buttons. And I was like, where's the
Will
joystick?
Will it be weird to kill yourself in a game?
No, no, I want to see how many times I can kill Enzo in the game. I like to watch him suffer through all the missions. Even if I could get through a mission, I'm like, let's see what happens if I'm a little slow or.
So
So,
how familiar were you with games? Not very. It was all new to you?
oh yeah, no. I mean, basically, yeah, I know of GTA and like I
Yeah, yeah.
guess classic games, like arcade games.
Pac-Man,
But yeah,
Mario,
I don't
that.
really play. I don't. Just like that, I don't watch a lot of TV either. I mean, during the
Really?
pandemic, yeah, during the pandemic, yeah, sure, I did. But I always owned, restaurants and bars. So at night, I was just always out. I'm just out socializing. So I never, and during the day, I'm like, I'm not going to sit around like all day,
Yeah.
either watch TV or play games.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
you
that's fun. Now I'm kind of addicted. It's dangerous.
did you have the bar during the pandemic? Because I know that was tough for the hospitality industry, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, this bar, no, we just came up on our 1 year anniversary.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, no, it's really tough. Yeah, I had a lot of friends that lost businesses and just, either during it or shortly after, just because, especially LA, it's still really recovering from that. It's still not back in the same degree as it was pre-pandemic, for sure.
Did the fires hurt that too?
Yeah, the fires were really bad at the beginning of the year. Yeah, it was wild. Like I was talking to like some friends from New York, so I was like in New York for 9/11 and everything, and we were like, oh, I was like, man, this is kind of like this weird combination of 9/11 and then also COVID, where everything was shutting down. But then also in LA, everybody, at least everyone I know knows at least one person that is either lost their home or like lost their business in a fire. And I
Shit.
mean, yeah, like I mean, there's many people like I have multiple friends that lost like, you know, if not everything,
Mm.
half of everything because maybe their house survived, but they lost their business or they lost their house, but they still kind of had their career. And yeah. So, it's coming around now, which is nice. But yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy time.
So you were safe, you were fine?
Yeah, I'm really, really fortunate. I was really lucky um,
Good.
through all of it. So yeah,
So
yeah,
you were in New York for 9/11, did you say?
yeah. Yeah.
Can you give us a glimpse of what that day was like? Just a quick.
Yeah. I mean, uh, it was wild because I mean, really, nobody knew what was going on. Actually, my girlfriend at the time was, a newscaster like on Bloomberg News,
Oh, okay.
and she had like a direct wire, for and like she called me in the morning and like woke me up and I was like, what's going on? She's like, oh, I don't know. There's something going on, downtown at the trade center, like a plane is crashing in the trade center. I was like, well, no, like, and I look out, it was like Chinatown and everything was like normal. Like
Yeah.
I'm just talking about it, right? And then like I saw like, my dad had called me. I was like, what's going on? So I, get up and I'm going to my apartment and I walk out of like so staying at her place and I walk down the street and I turn the corner and I just see like the two towers just completely on fire. I was like, oh wow, and went back to my place and I live downtown as well there, not all the way downtown, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like Soho neighborhood and got my roommate. I was like, dude, like this is crazy what's going on. And like, cause he didn't know either because it was so early, we were just like young and crazy. So
Yeah.
he slept
Yeah.
late. And yeah, we walked out and yeah, I just saw like the second, actually when I got up, the first tower was gone. And then we saw the second tower just collapse. Like we were just standing
You
at the
saw
corner.
that.
Yeah, Broadway and Arch Street there, Crosby Street. And we're standing there looking. And all of a sudden I was like, and yeah,
Did it feel
crazy.
real?
Uh,
Do you know what I mean?
it felt real and just unbelievable.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, wait, like you couldn't compute what you had just witnessed. Um, so yeah, no, it was crazy. And yeah, I had my jazz club then and like we were shut down and yeah, there was like military everywhere. And so me
Jeez.
and my business partners and my roommate, like we all like went and we were like, like digging with we're volunteering. Everyone's just like volunteering, and you're just standing on like it's like 11 or 13 acres,
Yeah.
or like the site, and you're just like with like 5 gallon buckets, and it's just like a line of like 100 people just
Really?
going in, and people are just passing like you pass an empty bucket, and there's the line next to you where the full bucket's coming back, and that's how you started. That was the initial like few days of recovery. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
And so when did you end up moving to LA?
I moved out here first time like in '05. I was
Okay.
out here, and then I was back in New York. I was out here for a few years, then I went back to New York, opened another restaurant, and then I guess I've been back out here like 10 years now.
So
Yeah.
you've been in the restaurant bar kind of game for a while?
Yeah, like I went to I went to school, university for uh they ended up telling me I had to pick a major, which I was really disappointed that I had to, because I was just having such a great time taking classes in all these different things I was interested in.
Mm.
Um, and I was just having this amazing time. I studied abroad. I was in Europe. I came back, and then I started modeling. And I was like, oh, I was going back to school. I'm just taking classes. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, you have to pick a major. I was like, what? What do you mean I have to pick a major? They're like, yeah. I'm like, why? Why can't I just, I don't know what I want. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. And so I looked at the top of the list, and it was accounting and then agriculture. And I was just like, uh, and I'm from Brooklyn. I was like, I know absolutely nothing about agriculture. So I just checked off accounting, and then I was an accounting major, um, and
Wow.
yeah, I was doing really well in it, but as far as in school, but I didn't really like it, and I was, living in Manhattan, and I was reverse commuting to Rutgers University in New Jersey, and like working to pay for school, like so working in bars and clubs till like 4 in the morning, and have class at like 8 in the morning, and and yeah, I was just in class one day, and I was like, I looked around, and I was like, I don't talk to anyone here. Like I don't like, we were talking, and it was funny because we were talking about depreciation. And I was just sitting there, and this one guy in the class who just he just never, like, he was that guy in class, like, I don't understand. And everyone's just like,
Mm.
right. And you're
Shut
like,
up. Yeah, yeah.
oh,
Come
man,
on.
come on. Like, and I was just like, and I'm tired because I worked all night, and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
what am I doing? And
Clicks did it.
yes, I just left my books. I stood up, and I walked out, and I only had like 3 semesters to go, but I was like, I can't, like, I'm done. I didn't know what I was going to do or anything. And I got friends that were acting, and I was kind of like, oh, I think that could be fun. And my parents were like, no, but you need to just finish your degree. Just you need something. And I was like, yeah, no, I can't. So somehow in my head, I was like, I'm going to open up a restaurant or this jazz club. That'll be my safety net. And I started studying acting. I was in this program, and me and my two buddies, who we never ran a business, we'd go out all the time partying, worked in bars and restaurants and clubs, but
Yeah.
we were like, yeah, we're gonna do this. And yeah, that's what we did.
What's the key to running a successful restaurant or bar, do you think? Is there a formula, do you think?
I mean, I think it's the same with anything you do, because there's so much out of your control, right?
Mm.
I think if you're going to build something, because that's what you're doing, right? You're building something. It's not like, oh, I'm just taking a job and, going in, doing my work, and I leave at the end of the day, and then I have my life, and then I go back the next day. Like, you can't do that. You have to
Mm.
really be focused and ideally passionate about what you're doing. You have to love it. otherwise the amount of energy and commitment and fun, but also hardship. There's like a ton of hard work and hardship and sacrifice, that comes with all that. So I think, as long as you're up for that, whether or not your business works out, because I've had successful restaurants and I've had like financially and notable, and I've had restaurants that were successful within a community and people loved it, but it just couldn't work because financially, it just couldn't make it. Um, so um, so you have to have those things, and then whether it pays off financially or not, that's to be determined by somebody, not somebody else, but just
Yeah.
some things out that you can never control.
Did you find that you learned more from I'll call them failures. They're not specifically failures, but the mistakes versus the successes, or what?
Yeah, I think, like you just, yeah, I mean, you learn, okay, I'm not going to do that again. Right? Like, definitely not going to do that again. You're like, ooh, big
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
And, I've had, like restaurants successful, but where you're having failures within it, whether it's, a partnership failure within a successful business that's going on, and you learn from that to like, oh, I really should have paid attention to that clause in a lease. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah, smaller stuff like that, and just how you structure certain things and how much uh, independence you maybe, or yeah, independence, I guess you could say, to, whether it's partners or managers or chefs, where you're just like, so yeah. But yeah, you learn a lot. You learn so much about relationships, just as far as, with your clientele and regulars, and then, with, your investors and all that. Like, I mean, it's a jungle, and it's fun because to me
Yeah.
it's kind of addictive. It's a problem.
Well, I can imagine no day's different doing something like that, No day's the same, sorry. Yeah, every day's different.
It's the same. Yeah. So many times that my restaurant, like now I'm very excited. We just have a bar, and like, because so many times I ended up cooking. I was like the dishwasher on Monday. I'm like, oh, the chef didn't show up. Oh, cool. All right, guess who's cooking tonight? And I'm supposed to be running the floor. And yeah, I'm cooking dinner for 100 people. It's like, oh, cool, let's do this. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's fun. Yeah. In that sense, yeah, I love that, and I love working with my hands and building things. Like, it's I know how I picked accounting, but yeah, I can never sit at a desk. I would lose
You
my
go
mind.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, go
I can
crazy.
tell. Some people are just born to be on their feet or with their hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
One more on restaurants before we move into Mafia.
Oh
What's
yeah,
one?
yeah. You're talking about Mafia.
No, it's me. It's me. What's one crazy story you can tell, maybe from back in the day or in the restaurant business, that you're allowed to tell, or something funny that's happened over the years?
Oh, man, there's so many. Oh, wow.
There's probably hundreds.
Yeah, there's. And too many that I can't tell. Like the really
Yeah, I
good ones
know.
I can't really tell. Um, yeah.
Cut me off air then. It's all right.
Yeah. I'll tell you offline. Yeah.
So
I've had to deal with some crazy characters, which actually ended up helping a lot with actually understanding a lot of characters actually in Mafia. I'll say that.
really, so you draw off some of these crazy clientele for the character a little bit. Well, maybe not crazy, not the word, but you know.
Not just clientele, but yeah, just New York City,
Mm.
New York City restaurants. So yeah.
How did you find his voice and cadence? Because talking to you now, it's you're kind of nothing like him. I mean, you like him, but you're also nothing like him in a way. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm really like kind of high energy and kind of like,
Yeah.
but it's funny, when I did the audition, it was the same thing. Like, I was just like, oh, it was just like this very, the scenes were just, I mean, this is, yes, intimate that we're like, oh, like talking about this whole thing. So there's like a fun element to it. But and yeah, maybe going back to, being, having my own businesses and having to be like, I have to have the real conversations with people.
Mm.
And now we're going to talk.
Oh,
And
okay. Yeah, yeah.
knowing that you have to be able to control that interaction, not just for, like, it's the benefit of your business, and all your employees, your investors, like all of these things. So there's a lot of weight, on you. There's, because I don't want to call it really a burden because it's, what I, as starting a business, what I signed up for. I'm like, this is what comes of it. But you have to honor that. And I think it really just came from, you just have to honor those moments.
What was one thing that Hank 13 wanted you to focus on? Was there any one thing that they wanted you to make sure?
It's funny. Like we didn't really have. Uh, no, I can't
No?
recall one. Yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, yeah. We just had a lot of fun doing it, and I was basically like this, and then like, oh, we're shooting. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, settle in. Like, yeah, I was notorious for like just I couldn't
Goofing
stop
around? Yeah.
laughing, goofing around where yeah, they were like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, really, really sorry. It's like, we're gonna do it. So yeah,
I
yeah,
can't believe that, man. I'm actually shocked. That's
yeah,
hilarious. No one's
yeah,
going to think playing the game, this guy is offset, laughing, making people break. People are breaking him. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's so much fun. But yeah, and also like I mean, I like grew up, where I grew up in New York and I grew up in Brooklyn, and like I grew up around like, I've witnessed a lot of these people in my life, you know.
So it's kind of second nature in a way.
Yeah, yeah, where
Yeah.
you're just like, oh shit, oh shit. You're like, oh, this person's having a conversation with me. Oh fuck. Um, so so it's kind of like, yeah, it was all kind of like built in, like from I guess experience and just
Who
my lifetime.
who made you break the most on the set?
Alberto.
Did he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, actually, him, me, Christian, and Riccardo. But there was one line that didn't make it into the game that we're all so upset,
Oh no.
and that Alberto had, and like, yeah, the whole to yeah, that we just they were like, and I was like, they're gonna fire me. Like, they're gonna fire me. They're gonna because it was early on, like into the shooting. I was like, oh man, they're gonna fire me because I couldn't hold it together. And he wasn't even trying to be funny. It's just the way he said it, and the line was just because the writing is so good, and it was just his delivery. And I was every time he said it, I was like, it's like I tried to turn, but you can't hide because there's these cameras here, there's cameras everywhere. And you're just like, shit. You're like, oh, so, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Like
you're right. You can't
crying.
hide, can
Yeah,
you?
there's no hiding. Yeah, there's no hiding. And yeah, just crying with like laughter. I mean, yeah.
So in turn, you're basically the opposite to a method actor. So what do you think of those method actors that, you can't really talk to them? Do you not jive with them?
No, no. I mean, yeah, I have friends that do method, and it's really interesting because like this is the first right video game I've done, and so like just being in like your yoga outfit and
Yeah.
dots, and you're like, and you're on a sound stage that's pretty bare. The furniture you saw like in the clips, it's just like plywood and two by fours. You're just like, oh, okay, yeah, this is my office, great. Um, and so like I studied with Bill Esper, and so that's like Meisner technique, and so that was always based on imagination, and so you just have to really like just really like leaned into that. But again, like when we're going to shoot a scene, like we'd be like I'd be like focused, and basically what would always take me out just something that would happen in the moment, and then I would
Mm.
just like you know kind of lose it because even though I still believed everything that was going on and that we were in, but I was just like, that's so ridiculous. How can I not laugh? So yeah. So yeah, and everyone uses it, and it's not like I'm like, I only do Meisner. It's like, you have to use all the different things. I don't think there's, just like one technique. You take pieces from all different.
But
Uh,
surely it wouldn't be as fun if Alberto was fully method acting and he was playing the character off. You know
that
what I
dude's a
mean?
nightmare. Oh, let me just sit down there now. Albert, I just not to say that because I hope he sees that, and he'll be like, um, yeah, no, I mean, yeah. Well, also, I mean, look, I don't know enough about
Yeah.
the particulars of method, because I know a lot of times people just will speak about it, but they actually don't know what they're talking about as far as method. And so I have friends that said, they're like that's not like I don't know what they're talking, like it makes no sense what they're saying. Um, but again, like because when you're doing a movie, or or you're shooting something, in real life,
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
on a soundstage like that. You have your shoes, right? And you're like, oh, they're like give you like a jacket or a coat, and it's like all these things that help you feed your
Mm. Mm.
character. Um, and in a way, when we would go back to shoot, I'd throw on like there was this one pair of sneakers I always grabbed, and like we had our outfits, and as soon as I put it on, I was like, oh yeah, like all of a sudden, like I settled back into, I was like, oh yeah, I'm Don Torrisi.
Really?
So yeah, so
Interesting.
it's weird. So it worked in the other way, which was interesting because then that became just so much part of. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is what we're doing. Yeah, all right, cool.
So I'm guessing you never feel like you're in Sicily, do you, when you're shooting this? I mean, you can imagine it all you want, but you just don't, you can't feel like you're there, can you?
Yeah, 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 or even like the initiation scene. We're on like a brightly lit soundstage. You know, when you do it, then we knew what was how you were like, yeah, okay, it's initiation, and they would show us like some
Well, you're supposed to come
animation.
out of the shadows, aren't you, kind of, in that
Well,
scene? Is that?
we knew that it was something ominous
Mm.
happening,
Yeah.
and that it's something you're not going to do out in the open. And they would show us some rough animations, be like, oh yeah, so this is kind of, and it was very rudimentary. Like, oh, okay, cool. And they're like, yeah, there's a wall there. All right, cool. And that there's like this. Okay, that's the door. All right, cool. And you're just like,
Mm.
all right, cool. And then you just have to fill it in, and then you're just going on, your all your homework. Your motivations, your relationships. Like, what do you want in this scene? What's happened before? What's coming up? Not necessarily what's coming up, but as far as what do I want from this to make this happen?
Yeah.
What's your motivation? So and so you just lean into those connections and that homework, Um, I don't want to say more than you would normally, but you didn't have. But yeah, no, I think you would just do the same because we were still acting off of each other. We were still shooting scenes. So, you're just like, cool, they're going to fill all this in, but this is what we're focused on. This is what's important. Cool.
I'm guessing you had to do some pickups in the booth, like some voice acting without the other cast members, like for some of the driving stuff.
Yeah. Some of those things we shot after. Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
that would have been a bit tougher by yourself, right? To harder. You find that
Yeah.
harder? Yeah.
Yeah. That for sure. Yeah, and especially then you get kind of sad because then you miss
Yeah.
playing with the other guys, and you're like, oh man, why can't we just shoot this together?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Um, so what was your relationship, with Isabella? How did you play that on screen? What was the kind of key pillars for you to get that right? Because, most people wouldn't say he's the greatest father, but in his mind, in his mind, he is. He's doing whatever he can, right, to make
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
she's having a better life in the future.
Yeah.
In his mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Like, we didn't have many scenes together.
No.
Yeah, at all. Um, it's every person has their faults, and they respond to situations, maybe not in the best way, but definitely, I think in this case, with the right intent as far as his daughter and maybe his. And again, you have to go back to the time period, you know. Um, everyone, you can't look at it as the lens from today
Yeah, that's
at
true.
all,
That's
you
true.
know. So, uh, so yeah, I think I you know I get the whole idea of Fontanella's son, but you know, I me personally as Johnny, I'm like, I would rather be with Enzo than Fontanella's son, but but as Don Torrisi, I'm like, no, I'm like, Also, yeah,
Mm.
because Enzo lied to me. He was sneaking around. He lied to me. Yeah, he did all those things, but that's what he's supposed to do.
But he
Right.
was pretty loyal too. Is that not worth anything?
No, but he was. Everyone says that. It's funny because I see people. I know who's so loved. I'm like, he impregnated my daughter. Like, he was
Oh
not
yeah, you're
loyal to
right. You
me.
are right. Yeah, I forgot
He
about that
like
part.
he wait.
Yeah.
So wait, he was loyal to me by doing his job. Like that was his job. Like,
That's true. That's true.
I
You're making a
mean,
good case here. You really
yeah, I
are.
don't.
You
He
are.
was not loyal to me. He was working me as much as I was working him. He was
It's
working
a matter
me
of
to get more
perspective.
time
Yeah.
around my daughter. He knows what he's doing, and he knows that he should not have been doing it. I mean, they even say and she's just, she's my daughter. She's like, she's no victim in it. She's equally responsible, but it's my daughter.
I have to say though, how did you not know that they were sleeping around? It was pretty obvious. Uh.
Well, I don't know. You have to talk to the writers about that. I was too focused on, I don't know, other,
you,
Spadaro and everything else.
I think one of my favorite scenes is when you talk to Enzo privately, you say, Desiree, leave. Do you remember that scene in the burial? Kind of after the death scene.
Oh, and Luca's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luca's there.
That's the first scene that I shot.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was the first scene.
Wow, really? What, why
Yeah.
that one? Do you know why they did that first?
You just that that's just like filming. They shoot out of
Wow,
order. Yeah.
that is crazy.
Yeah. I was like, cool, way to jump into this. Like in my yoga gear. I was like, all right, let's do it.
That is crazy because I would have thought, you know, you've been doing this character for weeks and weeks leading up to this scene, and now
Yeah,
you're telling me that was your first. Man, that's the
yeah,
power of filmmaking, eh? Game making. And I also love the scene where he, he finds out about that relationship with Enzo and Isabella, and you kind of get into a bit of a scrap, and
yeah.
because I feel like he does have anger issues in a way, but you also were pretty calm and controlled. I feel like you didn't explode too many times throughout the game.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because also, you know, I like where I'm from, it's like if you have to show me or tell me who you are, then you're nobody.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, you
Yeah,
have to be like,
interesting.
"Ugh." It's like
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to be
yeah.
like barking, barking. It's
Compensating
like,
sort of thing. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
And so
It's
you
like
put that into him.
I know what I'm capable of. Yeah.
All right, I've got some fan questions here for you, Johnny.
Uh,
From Mr. Tragedy. Johnny Santiago did a great job playing Don Torrisi. Every scene he was in, he dominated. Hope he gets nominated for Best Performance of the Year.
oh, thank you.
Well, not a question, is it really? It's more of a statement, but
Well, yes, it's true. Thank you. Thank you. That's really sweet. But yeah, I mean, but it's because I was able to play with some like amazing people and like not just, the other actors, but just the writers and our directors and just the entire team that would just set us up to be able to play well. Like everyone, helping us in our mocap suits and checking us in, like sound, like everybody, like and
team
like
effort.
because of all that, they make it so much fun, but also easy.
Well, even if the animators don't get those subtle details in your expressions, it might lose some of the
Yeah.
performance. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, and the back end people, which
yeah.
got to meet, like because we all went just over a month ago to Czech Republic for
Oh, nice.
yeah, for a launch party, and so got to meet like everyone in the Czech studio,
Were they
behind the
starstruck?
scenes. I think we were starstruck. We were starstruck because we were like, I met the woman that did my hair. I was like, oh my God. She's like, I just love her. I was like, my hair. I love it.
Oh, that's
Like my
cool.
hair looks like actually like my hair when it was dark and wavier and long and but just like they were all awesome. Like those people, like I mean, everything they did behind the scenes, like that's like what, yeah,
Yeah, whoever do your hair is
yeah,
talented.
yeah,
Man, that was
yeah. She's
very
awesome. I'm totally blanking on her name, but I had such a fun conversation with her at the party.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Arsenal says, have you ever seen any of the other Mafia games and what did you think of them? Also, you have the crispiest voice I've ever heard in a video game. Uh,
yeah. No, I never, 'cause when you audition for this stuff, you don't even know what it is.
oh, of
Uh,
course, yeah. You
yeah,
wouldn't have even know it was Mafia for a while.
yeah, yeah. And then I showed up and they were like, oh, so I was like, oh yeah, I've heard of Mafia. And then I met Bartol and them and they were like, oh my God, yeah, I grew up playing this game. And they were like playing there at the studio, they were playing the other things. And I was like, what? I don't even know which mob. I think they were playing Mafia. I mean, they were playing all of them, but I think the first one I saw them playing was like Mafia 3. And I was like, oh wow. I was like, oh cool. I was like, so, and then they're like, again, because I don't play. I'm like, what do I do? Like, I don't really know what to do. I'm like, this controller's crazy to me. So, much better now. So no, I never got to play any of the Mafia games.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe in the
or
future when you get better. Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I just ordered the whole definitive collection. So
Oh,
uh,
nice.
yeah,
Beautiful.
or edition, and so I'll go back and I'll play those and check them out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Would you, Brad A here says, would you be keen to reprise your role as a character in a prequel game from Hangar 13?
Oh
Well,
yeah.
that'd be pretty cool. Play as him.
The
Yeah.
rise of Don Torrisi.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds fantastic. A younger version.
Oh my God, my hair would look so amazing. Oh my God, that would be amazing. Oh my God. And then they can like make me look younger too. So yeah, that would be fun.
Oh, you'd be down? You'd be down for it?
Oh my God, yeah, totally.
I mean,
Yeah.
you've done more games. You were in NBA, right? NBA 2K.
Yeah, but I didn't do that till after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then that was like I mean, it was cool. It was fun because I got to go back and see everyone. But then it was weird because I was there, but no one else was there. Like everyone, like as I mean, everyone behind, like the whole team, the 2K team, they were there and they were awesome. I'm so excited to see them. But then I was like going out and I'm like, on some of these, and I was like, where's
Where's
where they go?
Alberto? Yeah, yeah.
Where's Alberto and Christian and Riccardo, man? I'm like, where's going?
Yeah.
So but that was fun. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I got that game. I haven't played it yet. I have to figure out.
Who do you
I got
play in that? Do you know who you play in that? Are you like a coach or something?
yeah. I am in the career mode. Um, the Spanish team captain Sergio Montoya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting. Right.
yeah.
DRK says, what was the toughest scene to shoot? And also tell him he has the best voice in gaming history. I mean, this is a reoccurring thing now.
Oh man,
His
yeah,
voice is man, they love your voice.
yeah. No, uh, probably that first scene. Yeah,
Yeah.
was the hardest scene because it was the very first scene I shot, and it was basically a monologue, and like I just showed up on set, like, and I didn't know anybody, like because I hadn't met anyone yet, and everyone had already been working together for like a as far as the guys, they've been already working together, I think like maybe a week or two or something. I don't even know. And like, so I showed up and I was just like, which I think kind of helped with everything, with all the relationships, the way they had us like kind of start to work together and come in. I think it actually kind of helped, like
Interesting.
establish kind of like, I guess a feeling of hierarchy or relationships or just like, all that stuff. Like, so I remember I showed up and I was just like, oh man, oh man, I'm like looking at
Were you
my
nervous? Were you nervous at all?
yeah, because
Yeah.
it was I was like, all right, cool. I've never done this. Uh, and then um,
And you've got a monologue and it's a serious scene and
yeah,
you don't
and it's
know
monologue
anyone. There's a lot of
and
pressure.
it's this whole
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and and I was like, oh man. Cool. And everyone like knows each other already. And I was like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I felt like I was like, oh man, I'm like, and then just really getting my accent down because I hadn't really had a chance to work with the dialect coach yet that they had. And yeah, like I mean, basically it'd been months since I did my audition, and I was like, uh, yeah, and in my audition, actually, it's funny. I wasn't happy with my accent in my audition. I even told my agents, I was like, look, if you don't want to submit this, it's cool. Like, because I don't really know that I've got this accent down. So if you don't want to submit it, I won't be offended. And they're so yeah, I mean so that's like me walking
So
into
you weren't
shooting.
happy with that? You weren't happy with your performance in that scene, or what? At first.
No, I was just like, it was just, it was just like a sensory overload
Okay.
because I was like, cool. I've never done mocap. Uh, cool. I'm in, you know,
There's a
So
lot
just
going
get
on.
used to that
Yeah.
whole suit and these cameras, and then I'm like, and then they're like, yeah, so this is a room. I was like, huh? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, it's something. I'm like, all right. And then they're like, that's a window. I'm like, okay, sure. There's no window there. It's like the top of like a stanchion. I'm like, cool. They're like, I need to look out that window. And then, I'm like,
Oh, so you got to hit marks too. You got to hit
yeah,
some
oh yeah,
certain.
you have to hit
Oh, wow.
marks.
Yeah.
Then, I'm pouring wine and I'm drinking wine, but there's no liquid. But those have markers, and you have to figure out, oh, what's the way to this? And then the way you can drink. And then, oh, yeah, you're doing a monologue. Wait, hold on. And oh, yeah, like this dude is dead. Who, I briefly met Alberto and said hi to him, but he wasn't even there at that point. Like initially he wasn't even like on the table. Like then he came, he's like, hey, do you guys want me to like, so he like laid down. So then that like felt like I didn't know anybody. I was just like,
I feel like you'd
cool. I mean,
laugh if
I've
he's
read
sitting
the
there.
stuff. I know what the relationships are supposed to be, but like I don't like I'm like, they were just like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's kind of like when they teach babies to swim, and then they just throw them in the water, and everyone's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And it's like, and then the baby just starts swimming. Basically, that's what it was. So definitely, that was like the most difficult scene.
Were you more confident when you went home that day? Like coming in the next day, or were you still a bit shaky?
No, then it's kind of because then I think the band-aid was ripped off, and then um because yeah, it was a thing. If everyone was like, "Yeah, that's kind of messed up what we did to you," so then it was like that broke the ice, and I was like, "Okay, cool, cool," because I was just like, "Oh my god, they're gonna fire me." They're gonna fire me. I was like, I don't know what's going on. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
so yeah,
it was
so
a feeling
then
out. It was a feeling out kind of process first few
yeah,
days.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was definitely the toughest
Wow.
because it was the first scene. There was the learning curve.
I mean, it's crazy because you never know that playing the game. I mean, this is the last thing you'd think would
Oh wow,
actually happen. You know what I mean? This
right.
is people playing will just so it's fascinating insight. A few more. Thanks for your time, Johnny, as well. I really
No, thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Radical Potato, cool name.
Yeah.
If you're in the same situation as your character, experiencing things in real time, do you think you would have made the same decisions he did?
In uh like for the entire game or in a particular scene?
Yeah, in the game, I guess. I guess there's probably some you would and some you wouldn't.
Um, I guess I wouldn't have had them untie Enzo's hands. This way I could have just killed him straight up. I wouldn't have asked Cesare to kill him. I would have just killed him myself. So yeah, that's the difference.
That's a little bit of a movie game kind of thing that
Yeah,
happens these
yeah,
days. You know,
yeah, yeah,
a couple of liberties that you got to take.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
actually do the knife fighting sort of choreography at the end there with the death
Yeah,
scene
we
and
did
everything?
like the office stuff we did, uh which we had a blast doing. Yeah. And yeah, we did, they had like stunt guys in the Czech Republic that were doing
The
uh,
knife moves. Yeah.
yeah, but like yeah, like we were doing some of them. Yeah, myself and Riccardo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open law, favorite scene to shoot or most proud of scene?
Um I think like the first scene where you meet the Dom, I think that to me is like that was like fun to shoot. I mean, there's so many. I mean, everything was so much fun. Like we had so much fun shooting all that stuff, but because there's so little going on and so much, and it was just like cool.
I know what you mean. I know what you
Yeah,
mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And you're just like, yeah.
You know that scene, um, there's a big kind of table scene and then there's like a shootout.
Oh yeah,
Was everyone there for that scene? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
yeah. When Tony gets shot.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah.
Were there laughs on that day? I feel like you got to be a bit more serious.
Um,
No, for that one.
uh, but Tony is always telling jokes.
Is
He
he
just pulls
really?
you on the side and he's slick and he's like, so. You're just like, what? What are you doing? No, I don't think. I don't. We literally we had so much fun shooting this. We had so
Yeah,
much fun on the soundstage. We had so much fun just exploring.
yeah.
Up in Petaluma where we shot, like we would just go out all the time and just laugh and like, um, yeah, like we made some friends from my lifetime.
From Desert Walker. What was it like working with Riccardo? And what is your favorite Mafia movie?
Uh, uh, Ricardo's great. I mean, again, we had so much fun and just, we're always joking about how someone's gonna die, in the game and how much fun he couldn't wait to play the game to kill me. And just yeah, just no, he was great. I mean, seriously, everyone was just like the most genuine, like coolest, like yeah, just like genuine people. And yeah, Ricardo, like yeah, we had a lot of fun shooting together for sure. And
Uh,
we would shoot a scene and then just shit talk each other after. Like, all right, well, let's go back again and shoot a scene, and you so yeah, so it was great. Let's see, favorite Mafia was probably like Goodfellas because
yeah.
it's
I mean, it's just a
kind of
classic, isn't it?
yeah, and it's like where I grew up, and it's like I'm like, oh yeah, I know all these people. So yeah,
Yeah. That
yeah,
scene in the I think it's the bar, and he kind of the scene where he's kind of laughing and then goes serious I mean, that is just so
yeah. The Shine
such
Box. Go get your Shine Box.
it's such a good I just rewatch it every
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
so
I know there's so many great scenes in that. Yeah, it's great. I mean, yeah, Ray Liotta. I mean, come on,
mm,
so good. I
yeah.
mean, everyone's so good in it. But yeah, no. But yeah.
So Goodfellas, yeah. What anything else up there?
Mafia movies. I mean, there's Godfather, which
Never heard of it.
I think there was three. Uh,
I think there was two,
um,
no? No.
and then, let's see, what other Mafia ones? I mean, it's not really Mafia, but like Reservoir Dogs.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's kind of a Mafia
Oh
movie.
yeah.
You know,
They need to bring back some. There hasn't
but
been many
what I
mafias.
love? It's actually, but it's oh God, I'm blank. State of Grace. State of Grace
State
is
of Grace, who's in that?
so, dude. That's about the again New York, but it's about the Irish Mafia, the Westies in
Okay.
Hell's Kitchen, and it's Sean Penn, Gary Oldman, Robin Wright.
Never seen it. I'll
Uh,
have to check it out.
dude, State of Grace
Oh,
is
great cast. Look at the
awesome.
cast.
The
Yeah.
cast is amazing.
Mm.
Yeah, State
I'll
of Grace.
check that
Yeah,
out.
definitely say, it's funny, people say mafia, you just think of it, but there's
Yeah, there is other.
Eastern, like Eastern Promises,
Yep.
right? Uh,
Yep.
Come on, Vigo is
Mm.
amazing, right? So I think everyone they say mafia and everyone always thinks Italian, but so yeah, I would say, Eastern Promises, State of Grace, Goodfellas, Reservoir Dogs.
Beautiful. That'll keep me
Godfather, I
going.
think, always lives there, and you're kind of like, yeah, it's there, but you got to talk about other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Um, last one. What was that last day of shooting like? It was bittersweet.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Are you one to get emotional? How do you decompress? Like, how do you?
I turn on my PS5 and I stab Enzo. No, no. Yeah. No. It was great. I mean, it was totally bittersweet because we were just all kind of like, oh. because we spent quite a bit of time going back and forth, and we'd go back into our lives and then come back to shoot some. So it was like you're always like kind of catching up and seeing your friends again, and be like, and then you were like, oh wow, we're not gonna do this anymore.
Mm.
So yeah, it was bittersweet, but it was great. We had such a great time and a great party, and yeah. But yeah, last day, I can't even remember what my last scene was. I think it might have been the fight scenes with yeah, I think it was actually
Oh, okay.
I think it was my death scene was my last scene.
Oh, really? Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it was extremely emotional for me. No, I'm kidding.
I know for a fact you're probably laughing straight after dying. Yeah. Then you're cracking jokes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cracking jokes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
What do you want to say to the fans that have enjoyed your performance and hoping you get
just
awards and everything?
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I've been, getting some really nice messages on like Instagram and all that, which is all like new to me and cool and fun and humbling. And yeah, I'm glad, people are enjoying it, and they feel that I did the franchise, the Mafia franchise, I did it justice, or did it well. And yeah, I just really appreciate that
Well, dude,
because
I think you had like a hard task because there's been some good dons in the Mafia games, but I think a lot of people are saying you're their favorite of all the games. So that's pretty high praise.
oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I think because we just had so much fun, and I just had so much fun, like being that guy that
It
I
came
guess
through.
that came through. Yeah.
Yeah, it really did, man. Congratulations. I
Oh,
loved it.
thank you.
Um,
Thank you so much.
can I, before I let you go, is there a way, Don Torrisi could talk to Dan? Maybe say something to him here now to end this one out?
Wait, I have to go put on my Lycra suit. I have to
But
get
you
in
brought one
character.
home with you, did you?
I have to go put on my yoga clothes. Um, let's see. Um, do you wish to end this interview? See, I don't even. It's not even coming out. I got. Hold on, no. Like,
No,
that
that's
was terrible.
perfect. That's perfect, man.
That
He
was
was here.
terrible. That was
No,
terrible.
you were there.
You were there. I was like, um, yeah, I'm trying to remember some of the because Don Torrisi, like I never actually quote Don Torrisi. So it's kind of so I'm like and now it's been
It's been too long.
It's been like 8 months since I've said any Don Torrisi lines. So at
What
least
about Dan? You betrayed me or something. All right, I'll stop smiling. I'll stop
no,
smiling.
no, no. All right, hold on.
On my land, you own nothing.
On my land, you are nothing. There you go.
This is unbelievable. How do you do it, man? All right. I guess that's a job, isn't it? Acting.
That's
That's the job.
Yeah, it lives somewhere. It lives inside of me somewhere. This guy,
Dude, I hope you get to play a character. I don't know if you have. Maybe you have a character like this in a film one day. Would be awesome. Feel like,
yeah, um, yeah. I always get to play someone that's slightly off.
do you?
Yeah, yeah. It seems like I'm always like, oh, I seem seriously like nice, and whether when I was younger, I was always like the love interest, but there was it's like, oh, I totally take him home to my parents, but then there was like this dark side. There's something brewing where it's like, no, he seems, but there's something off.
Yeah.
So,
You're
yeah.
never playing just the nice, normal guy?
No.
Oh, well, they're not fun anyway. They're not fun to play. So don't worry.
But was it nice guys finish last? No, no, no. So not true. So not true.
No. Bro, thank you, man, for taking the time. You're on Instagram.
I
Anywhere
am.
else?
No, yeah, I guess just Instagram.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Yeah.
Make sure to follow him, guys, and support his career and maybe head down to the bar one day if you're in LA.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's on my
Beautiful.
Instagram link.
Thank
Yeah.
you, man. I appreciate your
Thank you
time.
so much, Sam. I really appreciate this.